صدري قرآن املأ قلبي قرآن واسق حياتي.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters, and welcome back to Shaykh Musleh. So this is just a follow-up on one of our previous videos when we talked about keeping that spirituality of the month of Ramadan throughout the entire year. The last point that we discussed was dua. We mentioned that dua is something that has to be a part of your life every single day, whether you have Ramadan in it or not. But the question here is what did Ramadan, what was that connection with dua and Ramadan to today? 2-3 months later down the road, how do you still keep that spirit of that dua of Ramadan to today? One of the things that you have to make sure that you're doing is that you're always thinking about when and how much of dua you want to make. And you don't restrict your dua to just yourself, but you always make dua for the people around you as well. The Prophet ﷺ once told us that the person who makes dua for their brother or sister, Allah Azza wa Jal will return that dua for the person 10 times more. So an example of this is that if you make dua, oh Allah, forgive my brother and sister or help them in their situation, Allah will accept your dua, but also give you that same dua, but only 10 times more. So what more of an incentive do you need, inshallah, to make a dua as much as possible? Obviously, dua is a topic that's intimate, in the sense that this is our personal conversation with Allah, and I know that every single one of you out there can relate to dua at some point in your life. So this is one of the things that you get out of the month of Ramadan. The third thing that I want to focus on, inshallah, and that was the iftar. Now, you're not going to have an iftar every single day now, but what you are going to do is one of the best lessons that we got of the iftar is that it attached our hearts together. It kept bringing the community together. Food is something that brought us together, and it's something to be proud of. Because as Allah Azza wa Jal tells us that this is one of the greatest blessings is in Jannah, is a person will never go hungry. So it's actually something that we're proud of to have, as long as we're moderate and we do it right. Food brings us together. Now, how does that filtrate now into our lives today, months down the road? Try to use that opportunity. When you have guests coming over, when you have people coming over to your home, or you're going somewhere else, or you see the opportunity to provide food, to give, to buy a coffee for somebody, try to do it with the sincerity and the intention that you're doing it for the sake of Allah. And inshallah, you'll find that spirit of Ramadan is still stuck with you. That you always want to give, you always want to help, or when you yourself, you have food, you always want to be moderate, you want to make sure that you do this, you do that, you make your dua, you do all of those little things that was consistent in the month of Ramadan. We're going to continue inshallah in the future with this topic, because it's a fantastic thing to keep that fire in your heart burning for the love of Shahrul Ramadan throughout the entire year. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
رحمن